Listen. Are you listening? I'm not waiting for TCB scans. I'm not. They're not. If OP scans dropped it first, I would have read it first there. I was supposed to get this chapter last week. I'm not waiting, but I'm letting you guys know this is not the TCB scanlation that I usually use when I live react. Will I read it after? Of course. I like to read multiple translations so that I can. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for the subscribe. The subscription. Welcome. Hope you enjoy the reaction. I heard this chapter was crazy, so let's get into it, man. I'm hype. I won't lie to you. I've been having One Piece withdrawals pretty bad, but I've had Sonic Racing peak worlds that keep me going. I dropped a review yesterday. It's about 30 minutes. Go check it out. I'm very proud of it for something I did in one day with no script. And without further ado, let's get into it. So this chapter is called chapter 1162, God Valley Battle Royale. We getting into it, dog. Let me put my phone up real quick. We getting into it. Yes. Okay. So Yamato's there with like a skewer. They're all so is Momonosuke. There is what's her name? Headbutt. What's Headbutt's name from the Flying Six? Ulti. And Kinemon, there you go. Sorry. Fuck these Wano niggas. Ogre Child Yamato's Golden Harvest Surrogate Pilgrimage last volume. Oh, this is the last one? Is it finally over? This cover story didn't move me. I can hear myself. Oh, it's my phone. Shut up. I'm not trying to hear myself. Sorry. I was like, why am I hearing myself? Dear Luffy Dono, I hereby inform you that today the country of Wano is at peace. Nice. All right, so let's get it. God Valley turns into one big battle royale. St. Garland and Rocks have erupted into a brutal fight in the northwest of the island. Oh my good, I'm already dog. The worst part of the chapter is the cover with the worst character, the Wano characters. Yeah, why'd you censor Wano? What's up, KG? Okay, send reinforcements. So Rocks and Garling are fighting right here. It says showing it. The Roger Pirates are in the middle of the chaos. The Rock Pirates are also in the middle of the chaos. So are the Marines. And Roger's current location is directly in the center. And the treasure is a little bit to the right, the upper right of that little circle in the middle. Okay. So, oh no, it's northeast, I think. No, west. Okay. Come on. The treasure is that way. Rocks is on our tail. And the Navy's right ahead of us. Go ahead, Rayleigh. I'll handle things here. Sorry, Roger. Rayleigh managed to get Shaki back. Everyone, turn the ship to the southwest. Roger that. What? I wanted to carry her, so Rayleigh's running, carrying her. I'm good, G. I'm good, man. I needed this chapter last week, and I heard it's going on break, so I'm already upset that I had to take 2 breaks like this. But it's okay. Oda's health is paramount. Darn it, bastard. Take down Rayleigh and grab Shaki. I'm trying to see if I can discern who's in the background. I think that's Rand Graham or one of Roger's people. There's Rayleigh holding Shaki. I can't tell who this kind of Viking guy with a spike club is and who got slashed there, but yeah. Don't do that, you idiot. If you do that, you'll end up hurting Shaki. That's Shiki, kicking some random guy in the head. Change of plans. Let's grab more treasure. Let's steal all the treasure. Yeah. There's Whitebeard and Danzui, the big guy with the eating the grape with the big armor. I think he's one of Moria's generals. I think. Huff. There's Shaki holding on to Rayleigh. Shiki moving like Sanji. Oh, seriously, Shaki. There's something I need to tell you. No need. I already know what you're gonna say. Is that it better not be that I love you. You don't know her. Stand up a little bit. You don't know her. It better not have been that. I wonder if it was something else. Interesting. cargo depot warehouse number 1. What a chaotic battle. And to think we might actually get our hands on something like this. Oh, there's Eva and Kuma. Is this it? I don't know which is which, but I'm going to have one anyway. To be fair, they knew each other for decades. Yeah, I guess. I'm going to have one anyway. So there's Eva-chan with the Ui no Mi, I think. And then Kuma with the pop-off fruit. There's Lin. Ha-ha! Well, that was close, huh? This is the part we saw when she slammed Eva into the thing. Eva-chan, give me that fruit, kid. She goes to get Kuma's fruit. Eat it, Kuma, eat it. If you eat that fruit now, he ate it. She goes, you'll be able to save someone. And even if it's just one person, it'll be our victory. I love Ivankov. That's my man. He's so fucking jolly and just like that's my yo. I'd go to Kanbaka Kingdom and rock out. I don't give a fuck. What's up, Obama? Rock Peace. We are here. For anybody who I know most people wait for TCB scans. I think I did it properly. I pinned what I'm reading in the pinned comment, so you should be able to see the Ragnarok scanlation. That's what I'm reading right now. Beat our victory. He said, "What? I'm going to the Kamabaka Kingdom. I'm partying. I'm partying with the Okama. The island's pure chaos. The pirates have taken the battlefield. Who is that who kicked Silver Axe in the face? It looks like Marco. No, I'm not tripping. Hold on. TCB's been so ass. I had to read the other one early too. I feel it. They've been taking too damn long. I'm sorry. It's one of those things that maybe if it was last week I would have waited, but I'm like, I was supposed to have this chapter last week, and I'm tired of them dropping this shit late on a Friday. Who is kicking Silver Axe in the face there? It actually looks like Marco. I know it's not Marco. I'm guessing it's a Roger pirate, but which Roger pirate is that? Silver Axe is not hooping, bro. He has not been hooping. Roger Pirates. Let me see something. See if I can discern who that is. Silver Axe is not hooping, bro. I swear, every time I see him, he's bleeding. Let me see. Was that Spencer? No. He has like a little thing on the top of his head, like Marco-esque. Who could this be? Rangram, maybe? No. Yaman? I don't know. I don't know who it was. And people on Twitter saying that's Zeph. Zeph never got to the New World. Didn't he stop in the Grand Line and lose his leg because of Sanji? He didn't get that far. I can't tell who this is. I don't know if it's a Roger Pirate or maybe it's someone else. I don't know. Anyways, I tried. Take this back off the screen before they come for me. Okay, let's keep going. Should we fall back or capture them? Also, we see the big fishman to the side, someone with a hammer. I'm trying to see if I can. Oh, there's Stussy. She's shooting. She got guns. Okay. Please give me the orders. Arg. Bzz, bzz. Marine side. Hey, Sengoku. Did you know about all this? He didn't know. He didn't know. What's the excuse now? What's the excuse now? He didn't know. He didn't know. What is the excuse now? He thought they were dead ass going on vacation. I want to hear the excuses now. I want to hear them. Where are they? Where are they? Stop playing with Garp, nigga. Stop playing with him. Stop playing with him. Stop playing with that nigga. The real hockey man. Weapon, don't need one. Devil fruit, don't need one. Bink, bink, bink. If I recall, there was a man who asked the same thing, then he disappeared from the Navy. So this means what I'm seeing isn't a dream, but reality. And he's pissed off. Dog. He beat the allegations, yes. This is what made them start Sword, you think? Could this be why Sword got started? To kind of circumvent. That's interesting, Obama. What's your What's your reasoning? Give me your reasoning. What made you think that? They told me my goat was a Nazi IDF communist. Don't tempt them, Naya. You know their mental gymnastics are out of this world. You're right, Chief. But I got time today. I got time. Stop playing with that man right there. This guy, that guy, this guy right here. Stop playing with him. He really didn't know. He didn't know. Oh my goodness. I was saying it's a possibility in my latest video. Okay. Rockside. These guys just won't die, huh? Xebec, let me down. He found Eris. He found her. Big rocks. Big Xebec. Yes, sir. I think Garp wanted to redesign, but convinced to continue to use the Marines' resources, and that indirectly led to the creation of Sword. Garp saw there was people who would go to these lengths, so he probably thought they needed to be a separate force of Marines that stand in true justice. Okay. So seeing this, you think he developed Sword? Because Colby's in it, so I can see Garp making him do it because Garp wants him to be like a good, true Marine that does right, saves people, saves lives, Rocky Port, Incident, X, Y, and Z. It makes sense. It makes sense. It tracks, I think. I would like to see the creation of Sword or who had the idea first, because I don't think that it exists yet. And maybe what these people can do is they can circumvent the world government orders because they've given up their Marine code. So they're not Marines. So the world government... I like this idea. Okay. Rockside. These guys just won't die, huh? Xebec, let me down. All we can do is run. These people who were captured turned into that. So there's some Domi Reversi demons. There's that girl in Garling. Wait, Xebec. Could it be someone's power that changed them? So Rox is running with Eris on like his shoulder, sword in his other hand, and I see little baby Teach being held by her. Old man, grandma, what happened to you? Oh no, these his parents for real? His parents got turned into demons? He's really strong. No, hold on. Fraud. Fraud. He getting his ass beat. You cannot hang with this nigga. You have been downgraded. It's only Roger, Garp, and Rocks now. I don't want to hear no more Garland talk. The Figureland bloodline is being carried by Shamrock and Shanks. I don't want now it's over. You guys are regeneration merchants. The Holy Knights are fucking ass. I swear to God, if I see Sabo and them struggle with him, I'ma feel something. I'ma feel type of way. I will. Garlic stocks are plummeting. Yep, dad and grandma. Monkey D family greater than the Figureland family. Yes, sir. He's really strong. The wound he gave me will take a while to heal. In his head top too, bro. That's death. It's a death blow. Unless you're Whitebeard, I guess. But now we know he's a Davy. Interesting. If we finish him off, I'm sure the Great One will be pleased. So the Holy Knights have knowledge of Emu for sure. This might sound like a weird thing that I questioned. I was just wondering if Shamrock, because of his lineage, Garland because of his lineage and who he was and how strong he was, and he's a leader of the Holy Knights. I don't know if he's a leader yet. He had like higher knowledge and he was privy to more things. I didn't know that maybe all the Holy Knights knew about Emu, even though they're powered by the Abyss. They were having Garling in pirate level. Yeah, nah. Put him back down. At this point, again, early, we don't know how he improved later. We don't know how he is now. Maybe he's not in his prime. Okay, cool. But I'm comfortable putting Shamrock and Shanks above him. What's going to make him difficult to beat is going to be now that he's directly under Emu. Has regeneration, obviously, and that's going to be what makes Garling difficult to deal with, I think. Shame the game's over, but we got lucky. I see the hat of the other girl too, the man mayor maybe. I think that might. No. That's the hat, the helmet of the thing they're riding. Xebec, let me down. Do you really think I can fend them off with just one hand? I think that's I don't know. I want to read that in a different translation. Listen, Eris, if a Davy gets caught, even by accident, they'll feel a pain so awful the very gates of hell will seem like child's play. I know that. Listen, Eris, if a Davy gets caught, even by accident, they'll feel a pain so awful the very gates of hell will seem like child's play. What does that mean? Is this clown really cursed to like, is Davy Jones really at the bottom of the sea? Like, what does that mean? I know that. And how does that relate to everyone who has his blood? Because I'm already a Davy. Everyone was so kind to me, even knowing I was a pirate. So Eris was a pirate? Oh no, or is this Rocks talking? I know well the fate that awaits us. So let me down. So she got off. Hey, she got off. She rolled, holding Teach. Okay, nice, nice roll. Nice umeki, I think it's called. If I were a woman who can't even protect her own child and kept relying on only you. Hey, that's a fire panel. That's a fire panel. Are you crazy? Big Archer with 13 months. Thank you. They were she was a pirate. This is a fire panel. If I was the type of woman who couldn't even defend my own child, you'd never fall in love with me, would ya? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Look at little Teach. Look at baby Teach. There, you don't look cute there. He looks cute there. Don't open your mouth. Don't speak. Cold from Eris. Yo, Big Archer. What's up, man? Yes. Oh, this chapter is great. You never fall in love with me, would you? You idiot. If I realize we're about to be captured, I'll kill Teach, then myself. We'll find a way to survive and meet again in Lelucia. Lelucia is interesting. So the place they plan to meet up again is Lelucia. Does Lelucia have some ties to them? Why Lelucia? Because that was the island that got destroyed recently. Okay. How did she raise Fraudbeard? I don't think she did. When Blackbeard was found in Shadeport by Whitebeard, he was an orphan. I'm sure they get off the island, but maybe she dies later, or it's possible that only Teach gets away. We'll have to see what happens. But okay. And Rox is kind of like, he's worried, but he let them run away. Garling says, finally left his wife and child behind. How will he attack me now? Why are you smiling? You're not cooking. You're getting cooked. Blast me. I'm the one who ended up getting saving. There's Rox holding his sword like this. He's about to attack Garling. He slashes forward, both hands. Oh. Oh, okay. I remember Ace went to Lucia, so Ace meeting her and Black Sisters might be canon again. We'll see. For a second, I thought Rox was the reason God Valley had that split in the mountain, but his attack is over here. That's still a crazy scale for just like a whatever attack he did. Damn, he's strong. What is this? Oh, no, we don't need that there. Nice. Go get. All right, you ain't getting past here. Bring it on, you bloody beasts. Xebec. There's Teach looking, tears in his eyes. Near cargo depot warehouse number 1. Mom, this is Big Mom's laugh, I can tell. That's it, I think it's supposed to be her. I'll give this Ui no Mi model Azure Dragon to Katakuri. We called this in the video when we were talking about the devil fruits. This will add tremendous strength to my future. I just see Kaido. I'm crying, bro. She's talking out loud. I don't even know if Katakuri's there. She's like, I'm gonna give him the fruit. Kaido's like, fuck that. He's about to beat her in the head. Hold on. Pow! Smacks her in the face with his club. Yes, sir. Dog. That's hilarious. She didn't give it to him. Which I when he said little and he lied to me and pulled up on her, I had a feeling. Katakuri with Dragon's Fruit would have reached page 1 level. What could have been, man? Yeah, look at this. Lin getting smacked by Kaido. I love it. Boom. She gets hit. She's falling back. The dove fruit's in the air. And Kaido just eats it. One gulp. And there's Lilin. She falls back. Her hat comes off. Arg! Look at his face. Nah, dog. This face is diabolical. That is a what the fuck are you gonna do about it now face. What you gonna do about it now? He said, I'm finna be a dragon, bitch. Are you crazy? Nah, I fuck with that. Cause she said she was gonna help him get a power. She wasn't doing it. So he said, I'll take matters into my own hand and create my own destiny. I fuck with it. I like that I like this. Their relationship makes so much sense to me, having seen all this in the past. Kaido! You bastard! Explosion. That's funny, bro. That's funny. I like that. Wow, I won't let you die. His dragon carrying Shanks. Now Shanks is crying. Oh, the parallel. Huff, I won't allow you to tie. Huff, teach. With Eris carrying and dragon carrying. Both injured. Behind the game stage, Cargo Depot Warehouse number 2. We found the treasure. Awesome. There's fire everywhere. I've never seen treasure like this before. It's just gold and shit, though. Is it like the high tier gold? I don't know. Whoa, there's some devil fruits here, too. I wonder what devil fruits they find there. Hey, hand over that treasure already. There's no way. There's no way he just casually blocked that man like that. Yeah, Scopper is different, bro. Isn't that like Danzui? Hold on. What the fuck is this nigga's name? Hold on. What is this nigga's name? Ganzui. Yeah, Scopper blocked that shit like it was nothing. He's smiling. Yeah. Hey, hand over that treasure already. Don't let the pirates leave the island. On this island where madness rules reason, I think that's Garp, justice belongs to the world government navy. Please let us escape. God Valley is a non-affiliated country. Surrender now. Even on my own, I still want to save these people. So I'm guessing the scene with Jade Garcia and Kuma already happened. He's like, you're a buccaneer, rat, yada yada, whoop-de-whoop. Saturn. Hath rocks perished? Did rocks die? You know what meme that reminds me of? I don't know if you guys have seen this meme from I think his name is Mark Phillips from RDC World 1. I have actually. There's someone getting beat up in the parking lot. He's looking. He's like, he was like, "Yo, y'all kill rocks?" Yeah. She over there like, "You got that Davy Jonesian bastard?" No, they did not. Well, everything's out of our control. However, this is Jay speaking. I have this strange. I see Dragon Kaido in the sky, bitch. He got away from Linlin. I have this strange feeling that amid this destruction, what is that? Is that a dragon? Something new is about to be born. I shall not permit such a. Says Imu. Thank you so much, Kuma-kun. No need to thank me. Let's go. Anywhere is better than this hell. Hold on. No. Because God Valley's like 39 years ago. I thought that was Moda for a second, like a young Moda. Okay, no, I don't think that's her. The Lelucia, the girl that Ace met on Lelucia or whatever island it was, and then she was also there, I think, when the revolutionary military captains pulled up to beat Peachbeard / Pinkbeard, whatever translation you go by. We had already given up on living. Thank you, Kuma. Pow, pow. Thank you. Pow, pow. Pon. He's saving all the man them, all the gal them, all the children, all the old people. Look at Kuma. What a goat. I can't stand Saturday. I'm happy the first girl say gone. On God, I'm happy about it. Thank you. Hockey. Hockey going crazy. Look at the big three. What the fuck, the big three, nigga? It's just Big Me, nigga. Bum. The big three. The big three reacting to that hockey. It's got to be Emu. So maybe I was wrong about Emu only being able to challenge. Is Emu here, though? Probably not. No, I think it's from is it Garling? Oh, no, maybe it's just Garling. Maybe it's not Emu. Garling just used his power. Boss, the Rock Pirates, actually, I don't think this was them, says Roger. You crossed my blood. Now... Garling! Fight back, nigga! He stinks! Fight back! You are trash in its final form. Oh my goodness, fight back. Garling is getting his ass beat. You love to see it. Sorry. You were saying... What was I saying? The irony of Shanks fans telling me Garp was a fraud in God Valley and telling me Garling was top 3 to seeing this panel, looking like a hoe. Is Garling queen level? Don't kill me. What was I saying? I forgot. I don't know. Damn. You know there's no gain in this, yet you came to lend me a hand. Don't sweat it. You always end up picking up the tab anyway. Whitebeard pulled up to help Xebec. It's Garling hockey? No, it's not. I don't think that's Garling's hockey. Let me see. Hold on. Where it says thank you? Garling's on the ground though. I think it's Garcia. Cole from Whitebeard, yeah. See, Whitebeard's an honorable dude. Take a look over there, you two. I finally got a power. I want to test it. He's hype. Yo, he's battled red. He's hype. I meant you were saying it's girl. Oh, I meant Emu's hockey. I'm so sorry. I meant Emu's hockey. I just misspoke. That's my bad. I misspoke. This is clean. This is a clean double spread. I meant Emu. My fault, y'all. If I said Garling hockey, I meant Emu. Saint Saturn, what happened to you, sir? A monster. It looks like. Okay, you guys tell me, right? Because I've been trying to figure this out for a while because I always see Gunko in the room of flowers with Emu. And I didn't discredit this as a possibility that Emu can channel their power through anybody, but it looks like an Emu Garling, right? Like Emu's weird, straight, silhouetted with the crown. It looks like Emu is channeling their power through Garling right now. Like that's what's happening, right? That's what it looks like to me, at least. I am not sure Garling has hockey at this point. Just give me Shanks and Shamrock. Rox is the greatest One Piece character until we get the Roger flashback or when Luffy becomes King of the Pirates, or we get the Joy Boy flashback, or yeah, Nika maybe. So Kaido immediately turned into a dragon. I guess that Gyarados fish metaphor was a lie. You're right. He's not a carp or whatever up the waterfall, so it's just straight up like he turned into a dragon. Yeah, Emu descended through Saturn. What the fuck is wrong with me, dog? Sorry, I'm too excited. My fault. Jesus Christ. Through J. Garcia Saturn, Emu has channeled their power through said character. My fault, y'all. For me, Shamrock's on fraud watch. He might be because he might be a regen merchant too. You know what? Shanks with 2 hands might. Yeah, he's not a fraud, but we're squinting. We're looking at you with the side eye like. Okay, sorry. I didn't finish the chapter, actually. Look at ye. I'd never seen you this fired up, Kaido. Well, ha ha ha. All right, but let me ask you something. What is that? Saint Saturn, what happened to you, sir? A monster. Am I dreaming? What's happening on this island, says Garp. Now, this is an adventure, and there's still so much I don't understand, says Roger. What be that? If I were to name it, the world itself. It's so peak. It's so fucking peak. I need all my favorite panels immediately. First, I need So I gotta start screenshotting. You know what? I'm gonna just save this one. Oh, I can't save it here. Okay, no, you can't right click save it. I got a screenshot. Okay, I need this panel with Whitebeard, Kaido, and Xebec posted up because this is fire. That's fire. I need this. I need the big three reacting to the hockey because that's fire. Fire. Oh my goodness. This might be the new header. This might be the new header. I need Eris saying you wouldn't have fallen in love with me, Teach, if I couldn't even protect our child. That was up. Oh, and Kaido fucking hitting Big Mom in the face. Yo, that was clean. I love that for him. Okay, where's the last one? So she really tried to give Katakuri. So I wonder if she finds Katakuri's other fruit on this island. The Mochi Mochi no Mi. That's what it's called, I think. Just Mochi Mochi no Mi. All right, how we feeling? How we feeling? How we feeling? How we feeling, gang? How we feeling? 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 This was hype. This was hype. Like, can they actually do something against anyone on normal circumstances? No, but here's here's the thing. Actually, I'm gonna circle back to you, Mazzino, but I'm with you. Doflamingo looking better than most of the God Knights. I feel you. Aura Farming Legend. This chapter is so great. And also Kaido said before that Roger brought the world to heal with Haki alone. Is this what he means? Maybe when Roger shows up and he realizes you see, Kaido was probably thinking, I don't know how well of a Haki user Kaido is currently, right? I'm going to say probably not the best. Maybe he has like basic armament and observation and can knock niggas out with conquerors. Don't know. And I think based on just where he's at, and maybe Captain John having a devil fruit, seeing Lin obviously being a devil fruit merchant, but especially Whitebeard completely rocking that island, and he's thinking about getting a power, I think Kaido thought the path to the next tier of strength was through a devil fruit ability. Maybe in this fight, because I still think Xebec doesn't have a devil fruit, he's going to see the best hockey users or only hockey users, so Garp, Roger, and Rox. And through that, he's like, no, I gotta up my hockey. Having a devil fruit power right now with sick is cool. Plus, I can fly, so falling into the ocean is probably really hard for me to do. But maybe this is what convinces him that no, it's hockey, this fight, or this battle royale, whatever happens here. Super interesting. Okay. And also, Kaido said before that Roger brought the world. Yeah, sorry. 10 out of 10 is his peak. Rox keeps winning. Great shot of 10 out of 10. Rox go. Garp beat the Nazi. IDF soldier allegations. I could see the big three versus Emu before Rox getting Domi reversed. I agree. And to go back to what Mazzino said about can they actually do something against anyone on normal circumstances? Now, here's the thing that I've been wondering about the Holy Knights for quite some time, right? How would they be strong? Seriously, think about this. How would they be powerful? Emu buff aside, regeneration, healing factor aside, they're on the red line with all the bum-ass celestial dragons who can't fight, can't do anything. They're retarded. They're inbred. And they're just eating, pigging away, and engaging in lust and degenerate behavior. Who are they fighting? Where are they actually going where they have to come up against real competition to up their strength? They move in the shadows. At least with Cypher Pole number 9, they get children and they're training them from a really young age in Roku Shiki to get them to the hockey level and then turn them into government agents with Cypher Pole. I don't know that the Holy Knights do CP9 training. So, like, how would they even be strong? So them kind of being mid makes sense to me, if I'm being honest. They're not out here apprehending pirates, pulling up on niggas like, I don't know, Sabo and Dragon. Like, they're not fighting nobody. So they should be kind of weak in a way. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm just glad the Garling over Whitebeard discussion is done after this. Oh yeah, there's no way Garling scarred him now. I'm done with that rumor. It's a Roger scar, I think. In theory, they can bring strong slaves and use them as training for the Holy Knights. That is not a bad theory, actually. Like, let's say I was let's just ideally say I was in the pirate world and I was like the level of like king on the All-Star Pirates, the Beast Pirates, and I got captured and got forced to train them or fight them to train. That actually makes sense to me. That's a pathway. They should be more gimmick merchants than actual battle-hardened fighters, though. They should be lacking in experience against the strongest of the strong. But that was fantastic. I gotta say, Eris just looks like Nico Olivia with a different hairstyle. She kind of looks 1-to-1 to Nico Olivia. Her hair's just styled differently. I don't know if anyone else caught that. That was a little funny to me, but. And I'm like, yo, you're good looking. Rox is good. Rox is sexy. She's sexy. Teach, why did you come out like that? But he looks good in that one panel. Okay, let's talk about shit. Because I got a mouthful. We'll kind of go in order. But first and foremost, it looks like this piss-ass cover story is over with Yamato and her fucking holy Inari pilgrimage. Oh my god, give it a rest, Yamato. We don't care about your Odin gimmick, but you traveled Wano. Maybe you could leave the island now. Yes. Cool story. I'm very happy for you. But I want another cover story or just drop some fire art. So it starts off with like Rox and Garland getting into a fight. Rox is maybe one of the first people or pirates to have to fight a Holy Knight in this generation. So even with Conqueror's Hockey, which is going to make them regenerate slowly, similar to what we saw Scopper Gabon do to Summers. And Summers actually got flung out the fucking wall by Rayleigh. I wonder if he's okay or still. But they're only slowing down the healing, not stopping it currently. I think they have to learn whatever hockey method it is to properly destroy these people, these characters, whatever Gabon was talking about. So we'll see. But it starts off with Rayleigh carrying Shaki, and they said something to each other, and we don't know what it is. Like, hey, something I need to tell you. I already know what you're going to say. Do you guys think that's deeper? Like, something to do with the situation or what she went through when she was captured? Or do you think it's just them professing their care and love for each other? Or both? Blackbeard inherited his dad's face, his mom's muscle-building genetics, and he fat. Yeah, then we see Whitebeard and Gonzo fighting some people. Shiki kicking somebody, saying you're going to hurt Shaki. This is where we see Kuma and Ivankov. I'm actually very happy Ivankov didn't eat that. I don't know what strength or level Ivankov would have gotten to, but I think the hormone ability, based on his personality, based on his belief and outcome of kind of transcending gender as an transcending gender as an Okama, is fire with the hormone ability, so I think that was much better suited. I think Katakuri as a dragon is interesting, but I think the Mochi Mochi would suit him better because of the way he dodges and uses Future Sight as his main combatant style. Lin smacks thing into the wall, Eva, and then takes the dragon fruit, and then Kuma immediately eats it, and then I guess she lets him go away, and he runs away. I don't think she bothers with him. And interesting that Lin didn't kill them. I don't know if it's like the mothering mode thing, but you think like, yo, you stupid brats got in my way. You try to eat a devil fruit. You ate devil fruit. I'd kill you, but I don't know. Maybe him telling her that one woman isn't enough for him. Maybe him telling her. Oh, oh yeah. By the way, yeah, I'm gonna fuck other bitches. Hey, he's at Sabaody wilding out, so it makes sense. I'm officially off. Not that I was particularly on it, but I'm officially off the Silver Axe bandwagon. Every time I see him, except the time he crushed some fodder, he's always looking shady. Like this Marco-looking dude fucking kicks him in the face, and then Shiki threw a bomb in the hole and bombed him. Like, you are sorry. Unless he really does have like Mad D Monk's fruit, and he just like accumulating damage to get stronger, but it's not moving. He's not moving me. I'm done with him. He's cooked. And yeah, we saw Shaki shooting guns. Shaki's not shooting guns. Buckingham, Stussy shooting guns, and then the big fishman dude doing fishman karate shit. And to me, arguably the most important part of the chapter, and I believe that's Garp running with the GOAT Bogard, the hero Bogard, the vice hero of the Marines. Garp was unaware that the Celestial Dragons were just hunting normal civilians and killing them for sport and for play. When he was there with his hand behind the back saying, "You're taking the Celestial Dragons on a little excursion," I think he really thought they were just doing dumb, rich people shit that he was not involved with and didn't want to be involved with. All the allegations have been beaten. I don't want to hear it no more. Garp is him. Stop playing with that nigga. He's tough. To be honest, the Z lookalike was carrying him for me. Not anymore. He's ass. I tried to tell people Garp didn't know. I wasn't sure at first, but the last 2 times I had the discussion about it, I came around to the conclusion, like, it might be possible he's just not privy to this right now. He doesn't know. Silver Axe might still be a traitor. The Rocks may have had more than one rat. I just knew it wasn't Whitebeard. But there could be another traitor, and if you really think about it, they're not a unified group. Like, Kaido smacked the fuck out of Big Mom for a devil fruit. Like, they fight each other all the time and try to fuck each other over and kill each other. So it's not antithetical to how the crew tends to, like, work anyways, even in dire situations like this. However, I still think it's probably likely that they Domi Reversi Rocks, and then they have to defeat Rocks because he's under Emu's control, plus the power-up devil whatever beating, and I think maybe through that method they figure out how to permanently wound the regeneration merchants or do enough damage quick enough that they can't regenerate. We'll see. I'm not sure. Garp, Sengoku, you knew about this? Yeah. What's the problem? I don't see how this chapter did anything for Garp. I'm sure he's seen Celestials bully, murder random civilians before, and he's stuck around in the Marines for decades after. But this isn't coming from a Garp hater, by the way. Just don't buy that this is his first time seeing anything like this. If you're insinuating it's his first time seeing tragedy, no, because pirates do stuff like this too. Pirates would just rampage through a village or through an island and kill people and pillage, right? And do terrible stuff. And something obviously prompted him to want to become a Marine, and he developed a hatred for pirates at an early age. The thing that I'm talking about presently, and by the way, Garp's not a perfect character, and I've always been fine with that. I actually think that makes him a more interesting person because in life, I don't like people who like to moral grandstand because nobody is morally and ethically consistent with ethically and morally constant with their ideals and beliefs. What I think is more important is to have a moral and ethical consistency. I think there's a lot of tragedies happening in the world. I have a smartphone. I know the labor that the cobalt mines in Africa to make these rechargeable batteries. Like, I'm not perfect, right? Which is why I don't tend to moral grandstand. I think Garp does know celestial dragons do bad things or have multiple wives and stuff like that, and is somewhat turning a blind eye to it, or maybe he doesn't know. We don't know that for sure. But I'm just talking about the idea that people were saying Garp was cool with the celestial dragons killing civilians in a random island while he's on vacation. That wasn't the case. And they said you only came because Roger pulled up. But before that, you didn't care. That's all I'm combating. That specific scenario, that specific point. Everything else, you can have whatever thoughts you need to have. They don't share the same narrative. Wait, hold on. Sorry. Let me just pull my phone up. Easier this way. They don't share the same narrative role, but Prime Garp has the same role in the world as Agni and Kubera. Does that make sense? Elaborate to me. Elaborate. I feel like I see a commonality and overlap, but elaborate. I have a theory that Conqueror's Hockey can't be Domi Reverse, just hoping that there's more to the Conqueror's Hockey to the Conqueror hockey, and that's why it's very rare. Well, there's things we know Conqueror's hockey can do that we haven't seen yet. And I think there's still more things you can do with Conqueror's hockey. I actually also still think there's more things you can do with maybe armament and or observation. But yeah. There's levels to bad. What the Celestial Dragons are and the tournament is a big difference. Garp is still far from perfect, but he's not letting tournaments happen on the regular. Like, I truly believe, and I could be wrong, if Garp knew about this beforehand, he would have pulled up to fight them to stop this. And what would be interesting to me is if he sees Dragon. Have you guys ever? I don't know. But yeah, Garp is upset with what he's seeing. Then there's Eris being like, let me down. So there's villagers and regular people, and I guess Xebec's parents or Eris's parents. I think it could be Rox's parents. Got Domi reversing into demons, and there's 2 holy knights pulling up on Rox. Old man, grandma, what happened to you? And then Garling's bitch ass, he's really strong. The wound he gave me will take a while to heal. And then the other girl's like, we know he's a Davy. If we finish him off, the Great One will be pleased. We got lucky with that. Eris basically kicks herself off of Rox and is like, yo, if I couldn't defend my own kid, he wouldn't have fallen in love with me, would you? And talk about being a pirate. It's like, you idiot. He swings his sword, makes an incredibly big chasm, and then he beats their ass off screen. And for my other favorite part of the chapter, I think Lin and Kaido's relationship makes a lot of sense to me, seeing everything that I'm seeing in the past. Garp and Agni are the strongest on their side. They tend to be more active than others on this side. They are portrayed as the kindest, most free ones, and that due to their nature have people their side hide things from him and respected by the enemies more than others. Okay, I feel that. What if Dragon went missing after this and Garp thought he died? That would be crazy. Because I'm still trying to wonder how early Dragon defects from the Marines. Is it here? Is it a little later? Like, he's 17 here. Is it at like 23? We're not sure yet, so we have to see. I like that Kaido hit Lin in the face to get the dragon fruit. She did not give it to him, and she had no intentions of giving him any devil fruits or any good ones, maybe a mid one. What is also interesting is perhaps because she's a bit of a devil fruit merchant and most of her kids have devil fruits, I wonder if Lin is also familiar with the devil fruit encyclopedia because she was able to recognize that fruit based on what it looks like. But it is possible maybe when Guinea was sending out information, like leaking it, maybe she mentioned what those fruits were and what they look like. It's possible, I'm not sure, but I like that she was able to discern what it was immediately. She gets smacked, flies back, he eats it, loses her hat, then she yells, Kaido, you see an explosion. You see Dragon and Eris running with their respective children, Shanks and Teach. The Roger pirates find the treasure first, and then the Rox pirates come after, but Scopper blocks Gansui. And I think the Roger pirates... I don't know. Roger pirates seem to be a very balanced crew, maybe similar to Shanks' crew right now. I'm not sure, but they're looking better as a whole group in tandem to me right now. Maybe. I don't know. I got to think about that. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure. Marines are there. Gart pulls up. People are begging to be saved. Another part that I find interesting is Garling. Jesus Christ. Garcia. I mean, let me say Saturn. Saturn is speaking to Emu. Basically saying, listen, it's out of control. However, I have a strange feeling that amid all this destruction, something new is about to be born. What do you guys think that Saturn is referring to? Is it the birth of Yonko or soon-to-be Yonko or the rise of Kaido? Is it Roger taking over the era and finding out the secrets of the new age? Is it Kuma freeing this? Like what is the something is about to be born to you guys? Was it listening for a bit? Did you see why I think Garp and Agnes share the same role? Yes, I read it. I read it. And it makes sense to me. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Thematically, their story roles are the same, but how they're perceived and how information is hidden from them is similar. I get it. It'd be cool if Big Mom's soul powers could work to make items identify themselves or something. That's pretty cool. But I think she might have to put her soul in the fruit for the fruit to tell her what it is, and then I don't know if that how does that work? Now I've been manifesting Garling taking Saturn's position. Because it's like Garling Garcia, and I'm just messing up the G names in my head. I'm fucking up. I'm sorry. That's my bad. But yeah, what do you guys think? I want genuine answers. I think it's Roger caring about the history, the Yonko, and potentially Sword being created. Probably the rise of Roger and the Rocks pirates individually. So the Yonko being created, Shiki, all these pirates going out to become something great, and then Roger being like, I want to know more, just so much I don't know. Okay. Kumo's freeing all the slaves. Burst of Hockey, Big Three react. Boss the Rocks pirates. I don't think it was them. Garling's on the floor bleeding. Rocks took out the other girl, Holy Knight. The slaves that got Domi reversed, and Garling. Looking like a demon in that panel. And then Whitebeard pulled up to help him. We love to see it. But he's like, what the hell are we fighting? Saint Saturn, what happened to you, Sarah? And then there's the big three, or the big four now if you want. Now this is an adventure, and there's still so much I don't understand. Am I dreaming? What is happening on this island? What be that? If I were to name it, it'd be the world itself, says Rox. And I think it makes sense because Rox wants to be king of the world and knows Emu is the one truly running it and has been running it for 800 years. At this point, it's not quite 800 years, but 800 years. So he calls it the world itself. But yeah, Emu, at this point, I think can probably summon itself to any and all of the people that is in the abyss. So maybe Shamrock 2, Summers, Manslayer, all of them. And yeah, Kaido, Rocks, Whitebeard against whatever's happening with Emu and Garling. Garcia. The story is shifting from Roger and Garp fighting Rocks, his crew, to everyone fighting Emu. I'm wondering how this ends to get spun into Roger and Garp getting credit. Something chaotic. Maybe Garcia gets defeated, even with Emu's power up, and Emu decides, you know what, I'm gonna Domi Reversi Rocks, and that forces them all to gang up on Rocks because Rocks is too strong. Maybe Emu has to be there physically, personally to stop Rocks, which they won't do. So yeah. Low key, Xebec's grandmother was probably a tougher fight than Garling. You think Emu can legit 1v3 Roger, Rocks, and Roger, Garp, and Rocks? No, I don't actually. Especially not through this method. Maybe in person without them having knowledge of how to maybe hurt, wound, or defeat Emu. But no. At their best, I don't actually think Emu could beat all three by alone. That might be like underestimating what Emu could do, but I think Emu's power isn't only what Emu can physically do themselves, it's what they can do to other people and turn a battlefield onto their side by turning different soldiers, having destroyed, altered, and fucked up history for 800 years, having the world government and Marines as their military force. Like, Emu's power is beyond just them as an individual. It's kind of similar to how I'm saying, like, I'm not excusing Teach running away from when he runs away, but Teach is at a disadvantage a lot of times when he makes some compromise or acts like a bitch. Aokiji pretty much froze his whole crew, and it's not that he couldn't fight, but hey, with the Gura no Mi, he's gonna crush his own crew. It was a bad. It's like, fuck. All right, if it was just me and you, maybe, but like, these idiots are frozen. And then with like Boa Hancock, I do think he was scared of Rayleigh's reputation, and it's like, I'm not ready for maybe a hockey merchant or a swordsman of that caliber. But part of his crew was also frozen by Boa Hancock. Like, sometimes I think you have to look at the bigger picture, not just the individual themselves, but what type of situation they're in. So yeah. So I think Emu as an individual could be the strongest person alive currently. I probably do believe that to some capacity, but it's the totality of everything that I just said that I think makes Emu a danger. Plus, actually knowing the real history. While you may have watched it from everywhere else, you know what happened, and I think that information is power. But Emu, I still think, will not be the final villain. I still think Teach is going to take Emu's weird, like, Umibozu ability or whatever you think they have, and then maybe Domi Reversi his own crew. So, yeah. Yeah, man. This is a great chapter. I think it's a 10. We're on break next week, so we will do a Baroque Works broadcast next week. But I might do it on a Wednesday instead of a Thursday, so I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you posted. Stay tuned for all that. But I'm hyped for this. All the like, there's still so much that could happen, that did happen. Like, we haven't even gotten to the nitty gritty in so many ways. And I wonder how Rayleigh and Shaki are doing. The reason I think he might be that strong is because it might take Luffy, Kobe, and Blackbeard Sabo to defeat Emu. By that point, though, we don't know if they would be as powerful as what Rox, Garp, and maybe Roger are now. It's a fair point. I don't think you're wrong. And for all we know, there's some method with like the Abyss or granting powers or something that could make Emu get stronger over the years. Like, what if Emu presently is stronger than Emu in this flashback? And just because it takes a team up to defeat somebody doesn't necessarily mean they're stronger. It could be that they have a tricky ability, they're really good at fighting multiple opponents, or a regen merchant. You don't even know how to kill you. But, yeah, I feel you. Y'all have too much faith in Roger? Probably Roger going to have a hockey feat similar to Joy Boy and separate Emu from Saturn. I did think about what could be crazy is if their combined Conqueror's hockey is enough to do that weird send you back to Marie Joie, whatever the fuck. Right? I don't know. I still think Joy Boy has the best and strongest hockey feat of all time, but I do think people have to remember that Joy Boy did say he's going to put his strongest hockey in this knot. Not some casual hockey or like good hockey. He said my best, my strongest. So, yeah. Well, since Kaido's view on hockey seemed to have turned 180. Oh, Kaido. I want to know how Kaido fights right now. Like, is he... Because it didn't look like he hockeyed up to hit Linlin. That looked like just pure brute force and strength and power. And we still know Linlin is like an iron balloon. Is she bleeding? I think that's blood. I think he did draw blood by hitting her off guard. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe it just did that weird thing where like she gets hit with the force but doesn't do damage. Not sure. Nah, there's a mark on her face. I want a Divine Departure Galaxy Impact combined attack. Oh, I'll be crazy. We need a Rocks combined attack too, yo. I saw 2 iron balloons in that panel. I get it. Shot the Kaido, yo. Shot the Kaido. What do you guys think is gonna happen, yo? What do you guys think is gonna happen? I'm so intrigued, yo. So intrigued. This is I'm ready to say it. This is the greatest flashback in One Piece. I don't care that it's not over. There's no way Oda can ruin this. This is the greatest flashback in One Piece. It's fucking peak. It's like, it's so fucking good, dog. I love it, man. What the fuck was I gonna say? I had a point. I can't lie to you guys. I suffer from primacy bias more than I suffer from recency bias. I can't believe I'm saying this. I might have to put Xebec at 2. Second favorite One Piece character already. I might have to knock Robin to 3, dog. As much as I love Rocks, it's still Crocodile over everybody. That's not changing. Crocodile's still my GOAT. But I think I'm ready to put Xebec at 2. He right under him. I don't give a fuck. I'm glazing. He's him. He's nice. This is what Oda was so good at doing that I think he kind of lost for a bit and didn't do the best with Kozuki Oden, in my opinion. And that's, even if you know about the character in terms of like name, mystique, or legend, or mythology, what he's good at introducing a new character and immediately making you care about them. And he's done this. I think his best example is Roshinante, Corazon, Doflamingo's brother. But he has absolutely done that with Xebec. We expected so many things based on what we heard. I don't think we expected this, but he is writing him masterfully. Don't know if it's perfect, but it's a masterpiece. I fucking love Rocks, dude. He's him. He's nice. He's tough. And he's a better swordsman than me. Let me stop. Rock, Garp, Roger team up, then Domi reverse Rocks. That's when Roger tells Rocks to wait. Then he gets to the 2v1. When the flashback ends, I'm going back on my OP break. Okay. Xebec got hyped up and Oda actually managed to deliver. He did. I hope we see what Emu looks like. I don't think we're getting that yet. Not yet. I think he's going to hide it a little longer. I don't even know that Oda has a design for Emu yet. I wouldn't be surprised. Do you guys remember Kaido's original silhouette? Even Xebec's silhouette is a lot different. Like, there's some commonality and overlap, and the hair is similar enough, but it's different. It's respectable, to be honest. I don't think it hit the emotional notes of the Nolan Robin Law flashback, but that's because it's not over yet. It has the potential, though. That's a good point. And you know what I think we keep forgetting, technically? This flashback is low-key speaking about what happened in the throne room with King Harold. I keep forgetting that's technically what this is about, but through this flashback, we're getting the God Valley incident. You're right. I still think Calgara and Nolan the Liar right now is my second. Loki and Harold, yes. Loki and Harold, right? Is like my second favorite flashback right now. And you're right. The Robin, I Want to Live, like her meeting Nico Olivia and crying and stuff like that. Like, we haven't gotten the tears to like, Bartholomew Kumo, you went through so much. That moment hasn't come yet. It's been more excitement, hype, expanding the lore and understanding of certain characters when they were at a much younger age. Opposite to what we see them in the present time. So we're getting a lot of cool stuff. But you're right, we haven't had that emotional impact yet. And it could still come with the death of Rocks, possibly Eris 2, Teach having to see his parents die, something devious happening with the world government does. I don't know. Yeah. Going from Abdul and G to Xebec, we're investing in Xebec, so that moment is gonna hit. It is, and I think Xebec will have a legendary send off similar to Roger, similar to Whitebeard, similar. I'm gonna give Odin credit, even though I don't know that I necessarily agree. But Odin holding up his scabbards, letting them escape, and then saying I was born to boil and dying with a smile. I think he's gonna have like the world, I don't know, like he's going to say something crazy, I don't know, and like inspire something in someone or whatever the case is. So yeah. I still believe King Harold has a role to play in God Valley. Where is he? When does he appear? And what do we think he's going to do? And does his relationship with the world government tank and get much worse as a result of what's happening? Oh, this is such a good chapter. I won't lie to you. If I can, I still would like to get some like proper fights, but so far I'm loving what I'm getting. What I'm getting. This is so good. All right, no one's saying anything. Let's see. Let's see. What do I think? What do I think? I almost want to say I feel like Harold, but what would Harold? Harold. If Harold comes, he's gonna put himself in disadvantage with the rogue. What would he do? I don't know. I don't know yet. And his ass is big as hell. Is it possible? No, it can't be that. No. I'm waiting to see how Shanks and Blackbeard end up on their respective crews since they're the same age. They're not the same age. Shanks is a newborn baby, and Teach is about 2 years old. Teach is a little bit older than Shanks and Shamrock. I think Teach is like 40 something, and the thing is 39. But I'm waiting to see how Shanks and Blackbeard end up on their respective crews since they're the same age. It doesn't make sense for Roger and Whitebeard to leave without them, as Blackbeard, Whitebeard's very first crewmate. No, we already know that's not the case. I can actually probably find this chapter for you. We know that when Blackbeard joins the Whitebeard pirates, he's about 10 to 12-ish. He's bigger. He's got that like flat cap on, and he uses like the little like Wolverine claws. He's bigger. They found him on Shade Port, and he was an orphan, if you remember correctly. TCB. He was an orphan. So it is interesting to think, like, how did they end up on the crew? Because Shanks is a baby right now. Did they just leave with Shanks and let him be a baby on the crew, or did they put him somewhere to get a little bit older and then spin the block to come get him? Give me 1 second. I gotta Google something. Hey, Google. I don't care about AI mode, Google. Leave me alone. Okay, hold on. What chapter does... No, what chapter is the Odin flashback? You're right. Yeah, but yeah, he got picked up later. I still want to look at it, though. It's 960. I said, wow, it's that long ago? Jeez. I keep forgetting how long Wano was. That was like 5 years of my friggin' life. Like 5 whole ass years. Okay, let's see what we can find. Is he... So no, this is still... I gotta wait till he meets Whitebeard. Okay, Odin's adventure. This should be where it starts. Yada yada, booty boop, whoop de whoop. They find Toki, he lets go. The octopus guy. They traveling, they running around, they doing things. I mean, maybe the next chapter? I wish I could find a specific one. I actually want to see it. I want to look at it and see how it went again. There it is. I found it. It's saying you're making divisions. We've got more people now. What do you think about splitting it up into 5 divisions? It's a great idea. I want to be leader. Me too. I'm putting you in front of second division. I'm not really all that. Do it. Sometimes more people showed up on the ship just as we found ourselves there originally. We're not fishers. We're pirates. Please, sir, I got nowhere else to go. What's your name? Teach. Another orphan, it seems. Fine, get on. So that's how Teach joins the Whitebeard Pirates. He's a lot older here. And he's at Shadeport, if I remember correctly. With the teacher thing, you have to remember the government can be thorough if they want to. They spent years trying to find Ace, and somehow they found out about Kumo's lineage. I think it's possible they hunted Teach and his mom for years until Eris died and Teach disappeared only to reappear later. I actually think that's not a bad... They found out about Ace's lineage and started killing pregnant women. You're right. I guess sometimes they're competent When they want to be diabolical and evil and kill children, they lock the fuck in. You're right. They lock in for BS like that. So it would be interesting if they were constantly chased until Eris maybe and him split up, and they thought they got Teach too. Maybe for some reason at the time they thought Teach was dead. And it looks like Teach stayed really anonymous and low-key on the Blackbeard crew to the point he didn't have a bounty. You have to remember, right? I'm sure all of these guys on the Rock... No, we know for a fact these guys on the Rocks crew already have bounties, right? And then when they leave, their bounties just increase and go to the next level, considering what they've done and whatever new role they're in as a captain, X, Y, and Z. Teach did not have a bounty. When he became a Shichibuka, he was zero billion berries. 0 billion berries. 0 berries. Don't call him Big Abdel. Call him Swole Bell. Big Abdel. I just said it now. What's up, brother? What's good? When it comes to women and children, Celestial Dragons might as well be the most competent army in any fiction. Yeah. Did you read the chapter? Good afternoon. How you doing? Let me stand up. My back is hurting, bro. Oh, stiff ass back. Oh my goodness. Yo, this chapter was gas. Exactly. He hid after probably dying, and then on that crew he just stayed. This is a weird angle, but he just stayed. Yeah, Big Arms Abdel. He in the Stairmaster. He swole. I've been slacking. I just haven't recovered perfectly yet. And every time I try to go all out, my back acts up. I hate it here. Greatness, yeah. Yep, always bet on them when it comes to that area. to that area, yeah. If it's like, the Nika fruit and Nika who we're afraid of enjoy, boy. I don't think we could ever get that. I don't know. If this stretchy kid, I don't know. He's definitely probably not related to Garpa Dragon. Let him run rampant. He won't become a big deal. Y'all didn't even burn the books in Ohara. But it's like, we need to kill this specific child from this bloodline. They lock in. Yo, fuck them. I hate the wrong government. And the government. I know y'all listening. I hate y'all. We'll never join Dragon. He gonna let me die. I'm gonna get captured. Alright. Belt Machine Squad saved my lower back. You should try it. Alright, I'm gonna try it. Women and children, we need 5 buster calls. As a matter of fact, Emu's here personally. All the guys that said Whitebeard teams up with Roger and Garp betrays Rocks are finally done for. And the people who said Garp didn't care that the Celestial Dragons were killing slaves on the island, there's no way out of this. You're done. He didn't know. I feel like Sengoku's the type to know something like that and still keep it under wraps and not really, That's more of his personality. Even though Oda's trying to retcon him into a nicer person. Sengoku's a bastard. He ain't no Buddha. What's the opposite of Buddha? What's the opposite of Buddha? He's the opposite of that shit. Abda, how do you feel about Kaido smacking the fuck out of Big Mom for the devil fruit? I love that part. That moved me tremendously. Ashura? I'm not well versed enough in Hindu mythology and folklore, so I couldn't tell you. Shout out to Ashura's Wrath, though. That game was raw. Sengoku was fake ignorant for someone. Someone said it before or whatever. Yeah, fake ignorant. Yeah, I'm with that. Man. And yeah, I'm almost ready. I almost want to make a video calling the Holy Knights frauds. I don't want to drop the gun yet. I want to see Shamrock fight first. But Garlic didn't move me. He did not move me. Kaido slapped the fuck out of her. He a yokai. We could have had Dragon Ivankov. I still think of Vankov's personality and hormone ability suits her more because of like the Okama way ability mindset. So I actually think Ivankov got the best ability for them. Dragon Ivankov would have been like flashy though, like would have been a pretty ass dragon. Make it, don't worry. He said make it anyways. I said call him frauds. All right, I might. You know what? If I wait too long, I can't take credit for saying it if I don't put it in video form. You're right. You're right. But no, this was a phenomenal chapter. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. I'm 10 out of 10 IGN. Why can't I type here? 10 out of 10. Imagine if Cat had a dragon fruit, though. I was saying, and it's so funny because Pat and I and Griever and Haku spoke about what devil fruits were possibly at the island, and we were like, yo, Lillian is probably going to go there and get hella fruits for her kids. And we brought up the scenario of her wanting to give Katakuri the dragon fruit. We actually spoke about that. So I'm happy that's documented in a podcast. It is in podcast form. So I don't know I don't remember which one and where in the video, but we did say that in the Baroque Works broadcast, which we will have another episode of next week. I'm actually going to text Jay and see if he can come through, or maybe Brago or something. Clip it and post it. I'll try to find it. What else I wanted to say? My favorite panel this week. What's y'all favorite panel this week? Let's go through this shit. This one is a contender. I can't lie to you. I like this panel. And I really do think Kaido just hit it with brute force and strength. No Haki. I don't know how good his Haki is here. This is my panel of the week. I can't lie to you. This one moves me. Eris saying, "You'd never fall in love with me, would you, if I couldn't even protect our own child?" And Teach looks cute in that panel. I like Eris. I fuck with Nico Olivia 2.0. Different hairstyle. I fuck with her. She a real one. And used to be a pirate. So she's tough. Shout out to the Davy clan. We out here. We Davied up, nigga. You know what I mean? The other one that's a contender for me would have been the big three reacting to Emu's Haki through Garcia. This one's fire. Stop putting Garling on their level. He's not like that. I don't want to hear it no more. Garling with his dome split open his top tier. That's funny too. He's so fucking sorry. I hope he got stronger after this. Like, it looks like when the world government has to actually just deal with demons without any preparation, they can't do it. They can't do it. And by the way, Kaido's shit-eating... I'm going to say literally because we know devil fruits taste like shit. His shit-eating grin here is fucking hilarious. This is a what are you going to do about it now? I ate that shit. Hell yeah. Give me that fucking dragon fruit, bitch. And I feel like if you get a devil fruit that makes it extremely hard for you to fall into the water, it makes sense for you to eat one. I love Kaido there too. Welcome. First time chatter, welcome. Love to see it. I'ma say it. So far, what I read, all spoilers from God Valley, Rox is the best character in One Piece, period. I'm not mad at the take. I don't agree yet. But in terms of a character that we've wanted to see, that's been hyped up for quite some time, for quite so many years, Oda has absolutely stuck the landing. He knocked... I would actually argue what I expected from Rox surpassed my expectations. I think he's cooked better with them. I'm not ready to say he's the greatest character in One Piece yet necessarily, but I'm not mad at the take. I'm not. I would like to say it, but listen, man. That boy right there, though, with the sand, the cigar, the mafia motif, I can't go against him. No matter who comes, I'm a crocodile stand till I die. I guess he didn't have to evolve from fish to dragon. We spoke about the carp thing up the waterfall. That is absolutely true. Not gonna lie, we owe the admirals an apology. Why do we owe them an apology? Tell me why. Expand upon that. There, I like Kaido here too. I've really enjoyed Lilin in this flashback, but Kaido's been interesting in his own right. I don't owe the animals anything. They soft, absolutely worth the wait and exceeded expectations. Wait until Akainu leave the desk. I don't know how Oda finna do Roger. Oh, Roger's gonna cook. ultimately, with all the jokes people have been making, I can't. Roger is him, bro. Roger is fucking nice. Like Roger's about to go crazy, and his legend is about to start here for real, and then he's gonna go to get the chronicle. Oh man, it's gonna be great. This man is moving me. When I read for this chapter last night, I got a bit sad because I knew how it will end for Rocks. I didn't feel sad one beat reading the Kuma flashbacks via spoilers. The bar is set incredibly high. They've all been enjoyable in the flashback. Oda's been waiting to get here for so long. I can just tell. I'm with you. I'm with you. I think the Kuma flashback was sadder in the anime. I think the problem with me with the Kuma flashback is when I experienced it is I was still really mad at One Piece. I couldn't receive it the way I was meant to receive it because I've been angry at Wano for like 4.5 years. I didn't like Wano like that, right? Wano and Dressrosa, if you guys don't know, are my least favorite arcs in One Piece. That's blasphemy to some people because they're gonna say, "How could you like it more than Thriller Bark or Long Ring Long Island?" They're better to me. I'm not insinuating that this is an objective, impartial, and unbiased take. I'm just telling you, for me, Wano and Dressrosa are my least favorite arcs. I don't like them like that. I could probably say I don't like Wano. Dressrosa to me is just comparatively the worst arc. The second worst arc because it's messy, longer, disorganized, and I feel like one of my biggest One Piece hot takes, and it's not something I say often, and I don't really stand on my soapbox to say this because it's unnecessary, but I think Doflamingo is a cool, important, and iconic character, but I don't love him the way the community loves him. He doesn't move me the way he moves y'all. I think Crocodile was better in Alabasta. That's just me though. That's just me. I'm not downplaying everything that he did. That's just me. I absolutely love the parallel. His right and left wings are the world's strongest creature and the world's strongest man. I didn't catch that. That's sick. You're right. So the world's strongest creature because he's the only and the world's strongest man being his left and right. Because it looked like Shiki and Whitebeard were actually with the left and right wings of Rocks. But I agree with that take. I agree with that. Also, by the way, I'm on Egghead. I should be able to binge a lot of chapters this weekend. Maybe it was the same for me because I was also very mad after Wano, LOL. Yeah. I still think Oda went like... He tried to go overly suffering merchant with like Kuma, but it was a good flashback. I'm not going to hate on it no more. It's fine. I don't know. It's just whatever to me. And I don't really care about Bonnie, so yeah. Well, pretty much everyone was comparing the HK to the Admirals, me included, but the Holy Knights to the Admirals, me included, but damn. Oh, that's what the apology is for. No, the Admirals are above the Holy Knights. I never actually thought the Holy Knights would be above them. The only two that I thought would compete and or possibly are was Garling and Shamrock. Those were the only two. Not Gunko, not the Krillin guy with the Nightmare ability, not Summers, not Manslayer. I didn't think any of them couldn't really So yeah. Yes, that fuck ass cover story is finally over. I'm tired of correct me if I'm wrong, but the only interesting thing that really came out of that flashback to me was the Kozuki Moria thing. And 40 pages of this, or however long it was not worth that information. Throw that in the SBS. I never fucked with Dofi either. Dofi was more shisty, but lacking in finesse. I can say Eris better than Shaki and Gloriosa's characters and looks low-key. I'm not mad at that take. Crocodile representing my people with his sand Logia. He's supposed to be Egyptian, I think. What is Crocodile's race again? Is he Egyptian? Remember correctly? I do not know. That's my favorite character. I know Oda's given every character race. I know Blackbeard's Somalian, but I think he said Egyptian, or did he say something else? Why can't I remember? I used to know. I should know this. Or did he say like Arabic or something? What did he say? Yeah, he said Crocodile is Egyptian. Yeah, okay. Crocodile was smooth through and through. Fuck Yamato, worst Wano character. I don't hate Yamato. I genuinely think Yamato was similar to the supernova where they were created like on the spot. I don't think Oda planned for Yamato and just kind of inserted them into the story. That's just my opinion, though. I can't prove that, but that's just what I think. Trivia. What's one video by Luffy? What's me teach? Yeah. It's not telling me here. I don't know. Anyways. I just think Oda piles things on too heavy sometimes. Kuma's suffering was dealt to 11. Odin was beloved by all despite his faults and mistakes. Sudden, unnatural Nika insertions. I'm with you. And those were the things that actually bothered me. It's so funny you said that. Those were the things that kind of bothered me about the flashback. The forced Nika references that I didn't think were necessarily apt. Because I also, again, just because I say this doesn't mean it's problematic or going to mess with the story, but I truly don't believe the Gomu Gomu no Mi was originally meant to be the Hito Hito Mi model Nika. I think that was a change Oda made for later and had enough in there where he can make it make sense. And sometimes stories have open gaps like that where you can add something that doesn't necessarily contradict. But I do fear in doing that you made the world government look really incompetent. But yeah. He said hydrate. Yes, and sometimes I feel like Oda needs to give us like. It's funny the examples you use, Salai, because they're like the examples I would use. With the suffering was dialed up, limit broken. You broke the dial for Kuma, where I didn't feel you needed to do that to get me to care, and with Odin. I felt like you didn't give me a chance to like Odin organically. It was like I'm gonna force the coolness on him. He walked out the womb. He killed a boy when he was 4. Fucked his first bitch when he was 8. And then like, oh, relax, calm down. It felt unnatural. You didn't let me do it. This is like him on my own. The way you did with like Roshinante and Corazon with like a Bellemare. Bellemere. Sorry, I was saying it French. Bellemere. Like those characters, I felt like you let me like them organically and care about them organically. Queen Orihime, I think, is a good example. Fisher Tiger, too. I am probably wrong. This flashback main essence relationship between Rox and Harrow feels kind of mature compared to the rest of relationships in One Piece. This feels like a conflict between two friends of very contrast ideals, and we see it falls down. I don't think I can remember anything like this in One Piece. Like Calgara and Nolan have miscommunication, but this sheer disagreement where they both meet there and because of it. I hear what you're saying. Most characters that like have a relationship are like they have either a lot of commonality and overlap, or they're just like they're like-minded kindred spirits. The fact that he's a king and sovereign of a nation, wants to be a part of the world government, is a ancient giant, so not just a regular human, a bigger giant with ancient giant blood in him, which someone call a demon, is humongous, is a contrast to, and 5 chapters later he was twerking. To Rox being a regular sized human, I think. I don't think he's super tall. He is from the Davy clan, so he has special lineage. He hates the world government. He's not a king. He wants to dominate the world and become king of the world and conquer it. Yet they still have an unorthodox friendship where he pulls up to Elbaf like, yo, join me. We need you to eat the devil fruit. Like, you my man, you my boy. Even if someone speaks ill about you, I'll fuck with you. So I'll kick them like Kaido. And even despite our falling out, I still told you the truth about me and my family lineage. So I get what you say about the maturity standpoint about that. You're right. There isn't really a relationship or friendship quite like that. I would maybe say, I want to say the closest I could think of is maybe Roger and Whitebeard. But I feel like they were mostly aligned in all things except their main goal in life. Whitebeard just wanted family and to be a dad and chill with his people. Roger's like, no, yo, there's a hidden island. I'm trying to figure some shit out. Yo, I could be Pirate King, whatever. Like, that was their main contrast. I like that. That's a great comment. It's a great comment. Ah, what a chapter. We gotta wait 2 weeks. Oh, I'm so sad about that. I think a really grand discussion is warranted for this upcoming for this week break. So yeah, but I've pretty much said all I wanted to say, except I have one final question for everybody. From a text standpoint, what was your favorite piece of dialogue in this chapter that was delivered? For me, it's probably still Eris, what she said about being able to protect Teach, and you wouldn't fall in love with me without otherwise. But there were some other lines in here that I thought was pretty cool. I liked what Sengoku said was powerful, like him saying that the last person who asked questions like this disappeared from the Marines, and I think the world government would have gotten rid of Garp a long time ago if Garp did not do what he does here and get the cachet that he gets as a vice admiral, where they can't touch him. He's beloved by the people in the world, so they can't get rid of him, which allows him to do what he wants to do. Harold is trying to take his people away from their violent ways. History and Xebec is trying to pull him right back into it, but both for the goal of uniting the world in a way. Yes, well said. The climax of Rock's fall will be Harold's reaction to his friend's death, and I think he'll actually cry. And I think it'll piss off Loki and make their relationship a little more testy. I feel like Loki doesn't have the worst relationship with his dad, but it seems to not be the best, if you get what I'm saying. Rox and Eris? Okay, I'm with you. I think another one that I actually like Lilin just saying, I'll give the Uo Uo no Mi model Azure Dragon to Katakuri. This will add tremendous strength to my future crew. And you can see here, too, the main reason why I like this is that she's already planning ahead. Like, I'm here now, gathering Devil Fruit's resources, busting it wide open, getting cream. I did not need to go that deep. Having babies to build my future crew and pirate crew. So I like that she's thinking ahead. I didn't need to go that deep. I'm sorry. Also, when Rox was talking shit was pretty cool to the God Knights. Yeah, Whitebeard telling Rox he always throws tap on to him. The best dialogue. Because Whitebeard's a cheapskate. He said even Marco was like, yo, he didn't give us no treasure. Any treasure he got, he sent back to his home island. Yeah, I was doing too much. I'm sorry. I was doing a lot there. I was doing a lot. I also kind of like the conversation with Garcia and Emu. I don't know if you were here, Abdel, earlier, but I was saying Emu asking if Rox perished was like Mark being behind the wall, watching the nigga get beat up in the parking lot going, y'all didn't kill him yet? Yo. I think Emu was very wary of Rox, low key. I like to believe that Lilin has some affection for Katakuri. I wonder what level of strength Katakuri has already displayed, however old he is, that makes Lilin think like, yo, he's going to be a strong kid. Like, this will be like my second strongest, even though he's not my firstborn. Because if I remember correctly, her firstborn son is Perospero, and firstborn daughter is one of those fat bitches. Hold on. Artur. Library of O'Hara. I need the Big Mom kids list. That shit comes in handy all the time. Big Mom. I need the kids list. Yeah, there we go. A complete guide to the Charlotte family. All 85 confirmed children. No, I want the other one. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, so Charlotte Compote? This ugly? Is her first daughter, and Perospero is her first son. Katakuri is actually the second son. I almost think he's third. And technically, I guess her third child. All right. Yeah. We need a list of all the fathers of Big Mom's kids. That would be funny. Also, did Garb beat the allegations for y'all? For me, he beat the allegation that he was okay with slaves being killed by the celestial dragon. I do think so, but we'll see. I don't think the last few chapters affect his character, but man, the fandom was annoying. Hope this changes things for Garp. I do too, but it probably won't. Their One Piece community is so insufferable with stuff like this. Do you think that the Marine who disappeared is relevant at all? I wouldn't put it past Oda to have some important defected Marine. I wouldn't put it past him. I think this was just to suggest that if you dig too deep into the darkness of the world government / Marines, whatever the case may be, you'll get spirited away, so to speak. I think that was the guy marked in flames being a former Navy admiral or Navy Marine is interesting. I've heard more people say that they think Xebec is the man marked in flames. I don't hate that idea. I don't hate that idea. Everyone is the man marked in flames at this point. Facts. So, facts. But this was great, man. I really enjoyed this chapter. I'm very happy with this. I wish I got it last week, so I only had to get a break this week. But Oda's health is paramount. Like I said, I still think I think the Oda already has some health issues. And I know he's a workaholic. But I believe because of the Studio Wit anime for One Piece remake, but especially the bitch-ass Netflix live-action show, because I see him, he's there doing interviews, meeting the actors and stuff like that. I think he's spreading himself too thin right now. And in October, we're supposed to be getting a crazy announcement, which most people think is the next One Piece film. Oda, don't you ever do some shit like Film Red again. Do not make a musical. I say Oda. Toei and stuff. I don't know how much he was, whatever, but I hate Uta. I hate her. Yeah, I need after this film or movie or whatever this announcement is, Oda to lock into the manga right now. You're in rare form. You're in a masterclass part of this, and we still have to finish God Valley, the incident, what happened here, the death of Rocks, and circle back to Loki and Herald and how that happened and his death and how Loki got the legendary devil fruit that is there. So yeah. Absolutely overloading himself. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I currently don't think Rocks existed in Oda's mind until post Whole Cake Island. There was a lurking legend statement I remember. I don't know if that was confirmed to be someone else already. Was it Odin? But I think the lurking legend could have been Xebec. But yeah, One Piece was designed to be 5 years old. A lot of these concepts and things that are happening were not originally part of the story. The main antagonist was supposed to be like the Seven Warlords originally, which reminds me, Oda has an interview I had to finish reading. There's like 11 pages. I gotta go finish reading that. So yeah, I don't believe that he has to be planned earlier than that. I don't think so. Well, I do think Rox's conception was a much later idea and concept. I don't know if it was as late as Whole Cake Island. What I'm saying is when he made One Piece originally, I don't think Rox was necessarily something he had in mind. But I don't think that's... to me, though, that doesn't make it bad. If you make up some shit on the fly, like the concept of the supernova, and it works for the story, that's fire to me. Like... to me, it doesn't make it better because you planned it out from day 3 of the manga creation. If it's the day of and you put it in and it's fire, it's fire. that's how I feel about it. So, because like I said, I still think the whole Nika thing model Hito no Mi model Nika was not planned from the get go. That's a concept and idea he had later. But I like Toon Force Luffy. It's cool. So I just wish I understood how he unlocked it. That's all. Like, I want to know why he awakened. That's all. He probably had him in his mind since the introduction of the 4 Yonko. Maybe. The Mad Monk never making a return. Yeah. You could maybe critique how the hell you remove such a figure from people's consciousness and not many of his own crewmates didn't mention his name. And he's not as bad as it seems to be. So them never mentioning him could be something like, "Oh, I'm a legendary figure now." The idea that I wasn't always the captain could be embarrassing. I could see someone like Big Mom not bringing him up, even Whitebeard to some degree. To some degree, I feel like Kaido would yap. Kaido would yap, and if Shanks knows anything about rocks for real, and somebody had a genuine inquiry about it, I don't think Shanks would withhold that information. But yeah, it looks weird that they just never spoke about this dude and no one knows about him despite how infamous he was. The world government did do a lot to try to erase him from history to the point even new Marine recruits didn't know about him. But Kaido did think about him in his final moments. Yeah, but ultimately, it's weird that his legend hasn't. I feel like his legend should be a step or one tier under Roger. Because while he didn't become king of the world or pirate king, he ran rampant for decades and was an absolute monster and did crazy things. So yeah. Yeah. But with that being said, y'all, I'm going to go grab some food to eat. I actually didn't plan on streaming this long, but I had a great time with this chapter. I was not waiting on TCB scans, sorry, but I will read it when it comes out. I think the Lurking Legend was originally going to be Scopper, and I think Scopper was supposed to be who Hyogoro was to Luffy. Okay. I think Kaido beating Scopper would actually explain why his bounty is so high instead of it being so high for no reason, sitting on an island for 20 years. I feel it. With Big Mom and Kaido, they don't have peers to divulge that info. Whitebeard actively tried not to discuss events on God Valley, and Garp is embarrassed because of the whole teaming up with Pirates thing and probably the fact that he knows that so many innocent people lost their lives and he didn't even know beforehand. So, yeah. Yeah. Did I give you guys my favorite piece of dialogue? Oh, wait, yeah, it was Eris speaking. I like Eris, man. I hope nothing super bad happens to her and she gets like a painless death or whatever. But all right, guys. Do I have anything else I need to say? Oh yeah. So next Wednesday or Thursday, stay tuned for the next episode of the Baroque Works broadcast. That is my One Piece podcast that I do every week. One Piece is on break. If you guys have any interesting topics or things you think you'd like me to cover, tweet at me, let me know. And side note, yesterday I dropped a Sonic Racing Cross Worlds review. I'm very proud of it because I didn't script it and I did it all in one day. It's a really good video. It's about half an hour long, but if you're not convinced on Sonic Racing Cross Worlds as a game, maybe I could convince you. Go check that out, man. Go check that out. So, yeah. You guys be safe. Have a great day. Naya Hemming signing out. I won't lie to you. No one could be Crocodile. But Rox is so dope.